I'm sure that theme music has took some of you back in time, because today we're looking at classic FPS mech game Shogo Marble Armor Division. As if that intro music wasn't a big clue, this game is a total love letter to all things 90s mecha anime had to offer. You can see it all over the game from top to bottom. The gameplay is two different types, one where you're in big giant robots and the ones where you're out on foot. You can't get in and out of your mech as you please, as each level is designed with one gameplay type in mind. The on-foot maps will have you navigate through various buildings and underground areas that any FPS fan is used to. The mech levels will see you either in big city areas or travelling across wide open land to reach the switchover points to the next level. It all flows pretty well. When you're out on foot, you can interact with many of the NPCs, and even in some missions you'll have to team up with some, although the likes of Kira can sure take care of herself. Sometimes the levels look very similar room to room, which had me running around in circles trying to find what I had to activate next to move on. And sometimes I found what you need to activate that the NPC will be standing right in the way, so you'll have to wait for them to move on or just shoot them. But sometimes they will start shooting back, and when firefights start out, you might accidentally shoot one too. You might end up shooting the wrong people a few times, because in this game you will die a lot, and I mean a lot. Why? Because this game has something called critical hit. What this means is that you'll kill an enemy with just one simple shot. It is totally random when it happens. The problem is the CPU can do the same to you. You could literally just open the door and in that split second you're dead. You won't even have a chance to fire back. This somewhat makes trying to be careful in gunfights almost pointless, as no matter how careful you are, you'll always be one clip away from being done out of the blue. This, along with some seriously tricky enemy placements in the maps, lots of guys behind doors and corners or above you somewhere, will lead to many deaths over and over. You will be using the quick save function again and again after every brief encounter, as the only way to beat some parts of this game is down to total memorization of what's coming up around the next corner or door. To break things up between gunfights, you'll have these Half-Life moments where you have to find alternative tricky routes across the maps to get somewhere, like disabling the fans so you don't get pushed off trying to go across a building. Then there was that odd mission where you have to go find some lady's stray cat, and not only do you have to find the cat, but you have to find its toy, just so it will come out from hiding. All this so the woman will turn off her electric gate so you can get through. It's times like this where I wish you could push crate boxes in this game, and just go around the back of her house and break in through the back window and destroy the generator and be on your way. Still, it makes for an amusing distraction, and gets to showcase Shanjiro's sarcastic comedic character, as that is who you play in this game. The game's story is again like something out of a 90s anime, with Sanjiro being part of this army known as the United Corporate Authority during a war on the planet Kronos, where people are fighting over some new rare energy known as Kato. The UCA and Sanjiro's main task in the game is to take down a terrorist group known as the Fallen, led by someone known by the name Gabriel. Honestly, the game's story is more complex than it needs to be, and even makes fun of itself when it says it's complicated in regard to Shanjiro dating two sisters from the UCA, because why not, I guess. The game is self-aware, and anyone that's beaten it and watched it to the end credits all the way will know the devs were having a lot of fun with it. The story is not the game's selling point at all. The selling point is giant robots fighting with some cool FPS action thrown in. Before I move away from the story, I have to say the voice acting here is pretty good. It's intended to be poor, at least that's the impression I got anyway. Rather than trying to be serious, they went for a more comedic tone. Again, this works fine, and you'll probably find yourself laughing here and there throughout the game. So when it comes to giant robot action, you'll get to pick between 4 different mobile combat armor: the Ordog, the Enforcer, the Shogo Akuma, and the Predator. The difference between them range from speed and how much damage they can take. They can all transform into vehicle mode by pressing V. This will see you go into a tank mode. You won't be able to attack in this mode, but you will move around at great speed, and it's great for getting across bigger maps. Switching between vehicle mode and combat mode will be effortless and become part of your slick gameplay as you defeat enemies in great fashion. There's not much music in the game, but what is on offer is all fantastic. I really had a lot of fun playing Shogo. There's definitely a lot of frustration along the way through with the critical kills, etc, but I still never put the game down and carried on playing it, so it's doing something right. If you're into all first person shooters, it's well worth picking up during a sale.